full moon in Aquarius. So basically, today's today's video is gonna basically be representing the energies that you're gonna basically be swimming through as far as what's gonna go on throughout the day. So of course, the Sun in Leo, which is your physical expressions, the way you express yourself, center of attention. Everybody gonna be reacting, responding to that. Moon is in Aquarius, so people, places, thing gonna be a little detached from emotions and feelings and shit. Everybody gonna be more logical. Everybody gonna be more open and be more humanitarian and shit. So these are the energies that we'll be playing with. Of course, the physical representations is basically dealing with your calf, your ankles. You might have issues with your throat, breathing and shit, thyroid issues, hormone issues. I'm gonna do a video on that. Achilles, muscle tensions. You might get a cramp in your foot type shit. And skin issues and shit like that, and Achilles, and bone issues too. But that don't mean you don't got the virus. I don't mean you got the virus though. You don't need to be going to the hospital and getting fucked in the head. So also we got Mercury in Gemini, so that's dealing with thinking the communication, and then that's dealing with feelings and emotions. That's dealing with intuition. So of course you might have previous things that happened in the past might come back to your head. Also, we got Venus in Gemini, so everybody gonna be feeling curious and having changes, and especially when you go outside, you just see some random shit, which I don't like getting into. Also, Mars is in Aries, so that's basically dealing with actions speaking louder than words. So your actions right now is gonna be way louder than your words. So you're gonna feel the need to basically react and respond to things without having to basically worry about it. Just get right into the energies. Jupiter in Capricorn, so it's basically expanding your goals, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, social media, or anywhere. Basically, everybody gonna feel the need to do that. Also, we got Saturn in Capricorn, so this is dealing with controls, and of course, Saturn is a Capricorn. You can't fucking party, you can't have fun, you can't do anything without motherfuckers calling the police or trying to close shit down, shut shit down. Also, we got Uranus and Taurus, so that's basically everybody gonna be getting laid off on their jobs and shit with this fake ass virus. And of course, they're gonna create a theory. Motherfuckers that do work a job gotta get this vaccine. If they don't, they can't work. That's when all hell will break loose soon. Also, Neptune's is in Pisces, so basically, this is dreaming, having fantasy. So you do not need to be dreaming about low vibrational shit down here, or you're gonna basically die and come back here and repeat the whole process again. You want to dream higher, get bigger. We also got Pluto and Capricorn, so it's basically dealing with they're gonna come up with new psychologies of basically with this virus, trying to get vaccines and killing people and shit, all kind of bullshit. Also, we got Chiron and Aries, so this basically dealing with personal issues, dealing with transformators, trauma and shit like now. Everybody going through terms and conditions right now, and of course Chiron is in Aries, so everybody might have illusions and mental health issues right now with this fake ass shit that's going on too. But don't get caught up into that shit. Make sure you meditate and clear your mind and focus on what you need to be focused on, because listen, there's trillions of stars and there's trillions of manifestations going on, so you need to think higher and get bigger. North Node in Gemini, so basically you're gonna feel the need to teach and break out of your bubble and basically get towards things that's going to help you down the path. Also, Ascendant is in Sagittarius, so you're going to feel the need to break from freedom, break away from freedom, things that's causing your shit to not be freed, which is obligations and shit. Also, Midhaven is in Virgo, so you're going to feel the need to basically have clarity and be more organized with your organizations, the way you want, whatever you want to manifest. Also, we got Sun square Uranus, so this is basically having learning your issues with self-expressions and individualistic natures and continuation on being consistent. You know, the Sun don't really like being in Uranus, so it might have issues, but it's also a learning process, which will basically grant you a trine, which is the opportunity and chance to grow. Sun trine Chiron, so this basically dealing with a completion of self-expression and personal goals that you need to work on as far as what you need to do to organize and basically initiate and create. Jupiter sextile Neptune, so this basically dealing with your way to expand and grow and live large and basically have faith and have an imagination and utilize it. Also, we got Moon opposing Mercury, so basically this is also dealing with issues with opposites, with thinking and contracting, learning how to basically utilize the way you feel and express yourself and push out certain communications. You might have issues with that. You might have issues on insight on how to go above things and how to communicate, initiate things. Also, we got Moon conjunct Saturn, So basically, this dealing with slow expressions. This is also dealing with having stability and structure, and dealing with values, certain constructs that we're gonna basically be going through as far as what we need to be working on. But this is a conjunction, so you gotta learn to blend the two together. So you're gonna feel the need to basically have time to look at society and push out initiating causes and have limitations and restrictions that are basically go above the way you see things in your point of view. We also got Mercury opposing Pluto. So basically, this is hidden issues. So you feel the need to basically have self-balance and self-indulgence and personal issues that you may be going about. And this is going to be very difficult because the way you think, it might be opposing because you may not be able to get above that firmament. But make sure you're clearing your inner world, basically coming through with a more harmonious thought pattern, a more harmonious way of basically executing things that won't basically bring you down. Jupiter conjunct Pluto. So this basically, of course, you're going to feel the need to express yourself. You might just say fuck it, or be somebody like me, for instance. For example, I'm just going to see news that's basically talking about bullshit. I'm going to put a death and transformation to that shit. I ain't going to be allowing y'all motherfuckers to be lying to these people. I'm going to be killing you motherfuckers on a day-to-day basis. Also, Neptune sextile Pluto. So this basically dealing with personal paths where you need to take to basically get above and away from anything that's basically holding you back, as far as things that was not working for you previously to now, because things or whoever you was basically believing in ain't coming to save you. So you need to know that you're going to save yourself by believing in yourself. So don't get caught up to these concepts and these theologians that they put out here for y'all to basically worship and believe in. Jupiter conjunct Pluto. Sun opposing Moon. So basically, this is a new full moon that we are here. So if you're planting good seeds, you'll be reaping the benefits of the doubt. If you're planting bad seeds, you won't be reaping the benefits. You'll be looking at motherfuckers shining a new car, new rims, new BIMs, new money, new goals, new ambitions, and you ain't doing shit because you're not utilizing your time to basically get from point A to point B to point C to the promised land. So it's time to basically catch back up and get right with yourself and plant good seeds during this time, and not be doing no full aspects for me, one day at a time. Sun trine Mars. You're going to feel the need to basically have new projects, new passions, new concepts, new ideas, and new pursuits to basically push out. Moon conjunct Jupiter. So this basically dealing with comfort, security, insight, and expansion, and feelings and emotions that you can feel comfortable to expanding your new ways of traveling into new pursuits that'll benefit you down the line. You know, the moon don't like going places. The moon want to be home, but moon got to travel to have more home and more homes and mansions to basically fixate the family that's coming in through the past. Also, we got moon square Uranus, so this basically dealing with the feelings, emotions of awakening. You're going to feel the need to this is basically a learning process. So you're going to feel the need to wake up, break free from any traditional matters and any home routine patterns. You might say, fuck it, mom. Your mom told you stay home. You might say, fuck it, I'm going outside. Fuck it, I'm getting some fresh air. Fuck it. Or they might try to put a mask on you. You be like, fuck that, I'm taking this mask off. I'm not wearing this mask. Opposing energy, basically. Also, we got I did that already. Moon conjunct Pluto. So, but the moon conjunct Pluto, this is basically you're going to feel the need to travel through your deep feelings and emotions and bring definite transformation to any hurting or any guilt that you're feeling to express that. You're going to put it into that. Mercury opposing Jupiter. So basically, this is dealing with scattered logicness. And of course, you're going to feel the need to basically go against anything where, as far as where you want to reach higher and think big. This is issues where you need to take responsibilities for, look into the mirror, talk to yourself, get inclined with yourself, communicate with yourself. Think outside of the box, because that's expansion and growth. You don't want to basically come back down. Also, we dealing with Mercury trine Neptune, so this is good harmonious feelings and emotions, but this is illusions and shit. You might get tired of a routine pattern, or you might get tired of a song, or you might get tired of a feeling emotion. You might want to break free from that. Or you might get tired the way you think, the way you express yourself and feel for other people, places, things. You might be not getting this back into return. In return, you might feel the need to break free from that. Venus square Neptune is dealing with learning issues and shit. This could be breakups. You might feel the need to cheat or get away from your partner. Mars square Pluto. This is basically learning experiences, dealing with balance and insecurities and the way you express yourself. This can be tension. This could be issues. This could be revolutionary issues. This could be some harmful issues too. You might feel the need. You might get into a fight with somebody, so be very careful. Or they might just fuck around, come up with a new fucking storm to kill and depopulate your ass. Jupiter conjunct Saturn. This is basically dealing with being more organized and being consistent on your day-to-day basis, dealing with ambitions, discipline, and mastery. Also, Saturn is in conjunct with Pluto, so this is dealing with limitations and restrictions and finding guilt and shackles, dealing with past life experiences or past life traumas that you need to put definite into. This could be a good thing and this could be a bad thing, but this is a learning process where you need to basically transform yourself out of circumstances, situations that might harm you or affect you. Also, I'm about to run through these houses. So if you got Aquarius in your first house, this is dealing with people, places, and things, interactions with the world, personal issues and shit that you may have to rediscover. You might feel the need that you might have to break away from people, places, and things that don't support you or don't support your ideal concept. You might be in search for that. So be very careful with this, because this can basically make or break you. And this is basically a new full moon. So remember, things might be one way this way, and things might be one day that way. So basically, just sit back, chill, and relax. Second house is dealing with satisfactions with your values, the things you appreciate and like and value, nurturing, flexibility. Now, if you're flexible and stable and consistent during this new phase, which brought up a new moon, you'll be comfortable with things as far as your values and your day-to-day routines and pattern. But if it's not the case, then you might want to break away from this. So be very careful with things you admire. Also, third house is dealing with surroundings and locations, communications, thinking, logicness. You might feel the need to basically attach to people, places, and things that you might be in harmonious natures with, where you was going out, drinking, getting in touch with people, places, things. And if you wasn't feeling their vibe, you might come up with the need of detaching from them. So be careful, especially if you was paying good seeds during this full moon. Fourth house is dealing with family, privacy, and gossiping. So if you had issues with your past experience as far as your past family members and shit, or people you relate to, or home and family issues, you might be breaking away from them, or basically gossiping about them, or gossiping about people, places, and things that you came across as far as family issues and family matters. So this can basically take a shape and form in your life. So basically be very aware. Fifth house is dealing with fears, with doubt, worriness, and uniqueness of expressing yourself, individuality. And if you was playing good seeds, you won't have issues. But if you was playing bad seeds, you might have issues dealing with this process and shit with this new moon. Sit back, and go back to the drawing board. Sixth house is dealing with day-to-day basis, dealing with routine, anxiety, issues with day-to-day processes and shit like that. If you was playing good seeds, things will go in your favor. But if you're playing bad seeds and you're not getting spiritually inclined with yourself, then things can basically get very harmful. Seventh house dealing with relationships, balance, and you might be in that need to want to basically separate, breakups, divorces and shit like that right now, especially with a full moon. Just chill out and relax. If things is not going to his favor, then just keep cool and calm. But don't go up there, don't try to see somebody else and try to get peace and have harmony and balance with them. You might just say, fuck it, I fucked up. Or you might just get caught. Eighth house. This is dealing with transformation, dealing with hidden issues, hidden traumas and shit. You might feel the need to basically expose some shit or talk about some shit. Aquarius exalts here. So basically you want to be very careful and aware of people, places, things, of what you're talking about or what you're pushing out to other people, places, and things. So they might just basically be a tally-teller and talk about behind your back. Ninth house is basically dealing with a spiritual connection, or basically again interacting with church or going with religious thoughts or beliefs and principles. If you're playing good seeds, you're gonna feel the need to basically express it towards people, places, and things. If you're not, you're gonna want to separate. 10th house dealing with routines, patterns, instructions, and shit. People might be throwing shade on you the way you was talking about them and shit, or you might be throwing shade on them and shit. And of course, this might play out in a good aspect or bad aspect, but this is a karma thing. So this might be something that happened in the past and previous. It might come back to somebody else's life. 11th house is basically dealing with groups and patterns and social awareness and shit. So people, places, and things, you might feel the need to detach from them if they're not supporting you or looking up to you or just valuing you in some way, shape, or form, or you may want to break away. This is dealing with the moon. 12th house is basically dealing with dreams, imagination, illusion, fantasies that you're basically pushing out to other people, places, and things. It might be shadiness around other people, places, and things that may not like you or may not agree with your path. You may feel and want to need to basically detach from them, and that's basically the house, and that's the energy that's what we're going to be dealing with on these 2 days. This is a full moon, so plant good seeds, don't plant bad seeds.